So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of our FC24 player career mode here on the channel. Now, if you didn't watch the pre-season episode, go back and watch that because that will explain all the rules, what we've imposed on ourselves for this career journey, what we are going to be going on together. Little update on the scheduling. Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays we're going to aim for 3 videos a week. Each video will contain around 3 games depending on whether it's like 3 sub appearances. We may put in a 4th. We want to keep it a relatively decent time limit on each video. This weekend we will kick off against Sutton, so we're going to be kicking off the league season. If we just go to the calendar, we've got Sutton at home, then we've got Newport County away, and then Derby County in the Carabao Cup at home. So 3 decent games. We will be starting as a sub against Sutton United, and let's see if we can make the difference coming on the 58th minute at 0-0.
And the substitution will occur now.
Right then, on we come for Ben Close. Let's have a look what we're going to do. Score at least one, I think 7.5 match rating. I think that's what we'll go for. Let's see if we can do it. Straight away, we've got a corner to defend here for Doncaster Rovers. It's whipped into the box, near post, and headed away pretty well by Bailey. It headed away better at the second attempt. Sutton United coming on strong again. We've got some defending to do here as it goes through the middle, and that's well wide. Keeper was a little bit concerned. We weren't. And Doncaster 0, Sutton 0. Right, we get us first touch, or do we? Sterry goes into us. We look again for Sterry down the right-hand side. We are playing on this right centre mid-roll, so it's a little bit different. We'd prefer to be playing and dictating things from the centre of midfield, but we have got a bit more licence to go forward. So you've got to take the rough with a smooth. Mella sprays it out to this our left-hand side. We've got some defending to do here once again. And how on earth has that gone in, goalkeeper? We're going to have to watch the replay, but that is a shambles from our goalkeeper. Let's just watch this again. I didn't think we got any danger there. I thought we were totally comfortable. Yes, mate, I would be looking a bit disappointed as well. Let's have a little look at this. So it's played in to Casimir. We hits it. I mean, fair enough. 0.03 expected goal.
Well, he's got to make some changes now.
Yes, really. Our manager looks remarkably like Chris Wilder, by the way. But yes, Sutton 1, leading 1-0 away at Doncaster now. As we try to get on the ball, and we're going to try and make a little run down this side. We play it back into Sterry. We stay out a little bit wider. Anderson into Faulkner. Faulkner into Sterry. We are in front of him. I'm hoping Sterry's going to make a little run down the side. He is. He overlaps us. And Sterry, can we get an instant response here? Sterry down the right-hand side. Is he going to put a cross in? Doesn't look like he is. He tries to play it back to us. We do win it back though. And then we do win a throwing. So we did well to win that fight. Get a little bit of skill in there as well. It's going to be another substitution. It's going to be a Lulu coming on, for Bobby Faulkner. Centre half coming on when we are 1-0 down. Interesting, it's a long throw into the box. It's not a down. Oh, and it could have been 1-1. I think it was Biggins who got in there, and it's a great save from their goalkeeper. He possibly could have done a little better, as Bailey does well there. We're looking for a pass. There isn't really one on. We're going to go right to Sterry because we know he's there. We hope Sterry we're going to play us back through. Maybe a little bit too negative there as Lulu plays it into us. We're going to go into Ironside. Ironside plays us back in. Is this going to be our first goal for Doncaster Rovers? It's not. It's going to be off the bar, but Biggins gets the rebound, and it is 1-1. Maybe this right centre mid roll suiting us a little bit. We're playing a little bit like a Sander Berg at this moment in time. We hit it well. It's come off the bar. Unfortunately, Biggins is just tall enough to get that tapped in. It's Doncaster Rovers 1, Sutton 1. We're back in it. Come forward again. Mella in the midfield to Clay. Clay on the edge of the box, turns, see if he can pick out a pass. He can't. He goes into Beautyman. Beautyman sends us for a pie there. Beautyman. We tried to get back on it, and Bottomley, to be fair, makes up for his earlier error. And Maxwell is coming off for us. We're now playing right defensive mid. As it's a header on it, goalkeeper again doesn't quite get there, and Sutton, he will be a little bit disappointed as Bottomley gets the ball back from the crowd. Big chance for Sutton. Oh, Anderson, what are you doing? Anderson's given the ball away. Oh my goodness. That's from the resulting goal kick. Bottomley makes a good save, but what on earth is Anderson doing? Individual mistakes here costing us at the moment. We've now got a corner to defend. And hopefully it's headed away, not quite by Anderson, but bottomly it does. After his earlier error, he has made a couple of decent saves, to be fair, after me berating him early doors on my debut. Yeah, not the best, but Beautyman now in the midfield. That's a decent ball into Coley. Coley will look to turn. We're in there as well, trying to help out our defender. Hart gives it away. Sterre, Aluwu. We are trying to play out from the back. I'm not convinced we're good enough to do it, as we're going to now spray this to the left-hand side. That's a lovely ping to Molineux as it goes into Miller. Now Bailey. We've got options on here. Miller into Biggins. Joe Ironside's in. Chooses not to strike it. Sterre crosses it in. It's headed away. And we can't quite get on that. And Patrick is going to pick that up. There were two Doncaster midfielders there. Neither of them got it. Patrick did. Patrick, there is an option down that left-hand side we're concerned about. He's still coming forward, is Patrick. Now Coley. Anderson defends it well. And now we're just going to sprint to this side and Sterre can play us. We're going to now try a little 1-2 here down this right-hand side. Anderson. Can Miller find us? He can't. Bailey through the middle. Bailey might be in here. It's Bailey. Is he going to take a strike on? He isn't. Molineux back into Ironside. It's 2-1 Doncaster Rovers, and is this going to be a winning debut for us here? He really enjoyed that, did Joe Ironside. Great finish from the former Sheffield United and Cambridge man. The Doncaster Rovers fans going balmy, and rightly so, because that is a very, very good finish indeed. Let's have a look at the replay.
Well, here's the replay, and that's the perfect
It's
outcome.
a good touch back.
Right
it's a nice touch into him. Left-footed strike, right-hand side of the goal. Goalkeeper, no chance. And now, if we can just hold on to this, this could be a big, big result on the first day of the season, and a big, big result for us individually, because it could see us get back into the starting lineup.
Time is against them. They have work to do.
Here they come though. Sutton down our left-hand side. Patrick's in the middle. He's going to get a second bite of the cherry, and Patrick somehow gets the goal. It deflects off our centre-half, back to him. We're in there as well. We tried to get the block. In fact, a combination of us and Aluwu did. And then Bottomley's gone for the first shot. It's deflected back to him. And it's Sutton 2, Doncaster 2. They peg us back. Disappointing for us at this moment in time. Are we going to get another chance to score a goal, as we are going to ping this out to Sterre, down the right-hand side. Sterre inside, goes back to us. We look left. And that's probably the best option we had, as Molineux heads it back into the middle. Player wins it. We're going to have to try and win that. But Pereira down the... Could we lose this? Patrick goes back. There's still a minute to play. Hudson are coming forward again. Down our right-hand side. Play hits it. It's another deflection, and Aluwu this time belts it away. It's Doncaster 2, Sutton United 2. We're pretty happy with that performance from us. We did okay.
What they put into the game.
Could have possibly been a little bit better defensively, but that's a great start for the season. A great spectacle, to be fair. And as we walk off the pitch, let's just have a look at what objectives we tried to hit. We got a 7.0 match rating. 7.0 match rating. We got 10 passes completed, and we completed 100% of them. So fantastic work from us. 1 tackle, 35 minutes played. Not a bad start to our season. Is that going to be enough to get us back into the starting lineup? We shall see. Second game of the day then, it is Newport County away. We've actually, because we're such a nice person, we have sponsored the coach travel for this game. It's cost us an absolute fortune, but you know, why not? And our reward for that is coming on playing left centre half as part of the back three. We don't mind that. We know how to play centre half. It was my natural position as a player. So we're coming on at left centre half. Maybe we get a corner. Maybe we nod it in. We're playing in as black and red away kit, so that's it. We've got clear the ball twice. I think get a match rating of 7.5. I think that may be the way forward. So we'll go for that. And straight away we are in to defensive action. Playing as a left centre half. I didn't think we'd be playing as a centre half much this season, but it appears we are. Coming on as a sub. Maybe we've had an injury, and a clean sheet really is the main thing here. A clean sheet would be absolutely delightful on our debut as a left centre half. Straight away we are struggling to get that, as Bottomley had a dodgy debut for us. does well there. We've got this number 9 up front, and we're sort of spare man here. It goes out short. We look to try and defend this. Rye is on that side. Biggins does very well. We've got a decent shape to us. Decent shape as McLaughlin is on the edge of the box. He plays a lovely back heel. And this time we will get it. And we're going to try and pick a pass out if we possibly can. Although there's not too much on at this moment in time. And we're just going to take it nice and steady. In fact, I think Aluwu might go back into us here. And he does, because I've got a ping I've seen on the right-hand side. And that, ladies and gents, is a ping. Sterry on the right-hand side. Aluwu is at left centre half. So we're just going to sit in the middle at the moment in time. We swap positions, us and Aluwu. Ironside goes into Miller. Miller loses possession. And me and Aluwu are going to swap round. Look at that. Seamless from me and Aluwu as these come forward again, Newport County. It's a good ball down our right-hand side. We're trying to mark this guy at the back stick. It's played into Rye again. Rye is going to try. Zanzala on the edge of the box. Now it's a good block from us. And Bogle hits it. Is that Omar Bogle, formerly of Wigan? I believe it is. But on 69 minutes, they're taking Rye off. We're still at centre half. We nod that back to Maxwell. We look very comfortable in this centre half role at this moment in time. And we've still got that little ping about us to the right hand side. 6.5 at the moment, still 0-0. And here they come again, Newport County down our left-hand side. Bogle is there. We're having to sort of just utch across here. We've got this number 20 in front of us at Charlesley. Now we've got Zanzala. Aluwu's on him. Back to Charlesley. We are having to do a lot of defending here away from home. Anderson waits on the edge of the box. Now Wood. We don't quite go for tackle. Bogle strikes it. Bottom left, I would expect to save that, and does. Just about fumbles it, which wasn't the best, and then we're once again looking for a pass. I think we're going to go back to his goalkeeper. There's no need to panic here, boys, as Aluwu gets it on the right hand side of the back three now close. Is he going to be able to play a pass down the line? He isn't. He's going to go back in to Aluwu. Is it? No, he's
right up to date.
He's looking for somebody to pass it to. He's not really got anybody, and it's down the right for Sterry. And now we're breaking down the right-hand side. Sterry down the right. We've got a couple of players in the box here. It goes back to close. George Miller tries to get in. Bondswell does very well. And now Newport County will look to break again. We've sort of come across, but we can see to his left-hand side. We've got Bogle looking to get in behind. He did run offside. But Newport will come forward again. It's into Wood, and that's a good tackle, I thought. Apparently not, as Zanzala comes off.
Making a change.
And for some reason we've been stuck out on the right-hand side here. As Bogle chips it in. Aluwu gets a good head on it, but it's going to fall on the edge of the box. Maxwell does very well to get the block. It's a rearguard action here at Newport's ground this afternoon, and it's Maxwell's got to do very well there. Biggins back into Maxwell. Maxwell plays a beautiful ball, to be fair, into Bailey. Now, could we possibly break here? Ironside into Miller, and Miller plays a beautiful ball up that left-hand side to Maxwell. It's back into Biggins, into Miller. Oh, and it could have been the smash and grab on 83 minutes. Doncaster go close, but it's still Newport County 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. Newport coming forward again. Evans, now Widley. Into Bogle.
I must say, this looks promising.
We try and get a touch on that, we can't. Anderson does well. It's into Widley, and that's Bottomley again. Doing okay, Bottomley, at this moment in time. He didn't fill me with confidence in the first game, but so far a clean sheet as it's cleared up to halfway, and Bailey does well. Still 0-0. Last couple of minutes, Newport coming forward once again.
Can they win this?
We've defended staunchly so far. It's a cross in. It's headed away by Sterry. It's going to come to the edge of the box. And it's so very nearly nestled in the bottom corner. But us in this back three, I'd rather he's not taking a risk here and belts it up pitch. Bottomley decides he's going to play out to Anderson. And to be fair, Sterry is open down the right hand side. He's going to have to cut shot back in though. We are terribly open on this left-hand side, but Sterry's going to wind the clock down. It's a draw away from home at Newport County. We're not too disappointed with that. I don't think that's going to force us into the starting lineup by any stretch. But let's have a little look at the objectives. We did keep a clean sheet, in fairness to us, playing out of position, which is not bad at all, really. Let's have a little look at this. Left centre-back, match rating of 6. Match rating of 6, and we completed 5 passes. Let's see if that's going to have forced us back into the starting lineup. How did Sutton go on? Sutton beat Salford 2-0. And that has dropped us very much back to the subs bench. So, on to the next one. So, just before we get into the final game of the episode in the Carabao Cup, just a quick one. We've unlocked a personality trait now. So, what we're going to go for, we're going to go for the pinged pass one. Passers travel faster along the ground without impacting the trapping difficulty of the receiver. We are playing a lot of sort of pinged passes into forwards and wing backs. So I think that makes sense. I mean, we have a look at a few of the other options there. Dead ball, we're not really a dead ball specialist. Power header, incisive pass could have been probably one of them. But I think ping pass, because we're that little bit further back, we're going to go for that for his personality trait. So yeah, next up is the Carabao Cup, and it's Derby County again, not in the starting lineup. When we finally do get in the starting lineup, we'll train appropriately to either keep ourselves in or let ourselves be a sub, depending on what our performance we feel has been like. But we are coming on the 64th minute, and we are 1-0 down, and we're coming on at right centre half. So again, playing us in the back five. Let's see if we can make an impact from centre half. Coming on for Tom Anderson. I don't know if he's picked up an injury or anything like that. I think we've got to go for clear the ball 2 times maybe. But immediately we have a chance to come on and score. It's crossed into the box. It's over us. But Ironside's going to get the header. I'd like a Carabao Cup run. I'd like an FA Cup run even more. But a cup run could be absolutely crucial to us. And that is some header from Joe Ironside. The Doncaster fans go bananas because that has put us right back in the game. It's a beautiful corner. Ironside gets up. And that will equalise at home to Derby. I'm not sure if this goes straight to penalties or not. I think it might. But yeah, so Doncaster 1, Derby 1. We're back in the game. And straight away, we've got the ball again with Miller. He plays it into Ironside. This is a dangerous front two for Doncaster, this Ironside and Miller. But Cashin picks it back up. And now Derby can come forward. And we've got our first little bit of defending to do. We're watching this guy next to us here. It's into Thompson, now Collins. He's moved over towards the middle centre half, Alowu. So now Ward into Fauna again. More defending to be done. There's a pass through the middle. He doesn't go for it. Connor Washington, Collins, and we are there to block like a stalwart at the back. We're playing to Nixon. Close goes back to Nixon. I think Nixon might come back into us. He does. And we'll just ping it across to Alowu. Or will hopefully move out. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll come back across to us because there is a pass down this right-hand side and we ping it in to Nixon. Nixon goes into Close. Close into Miller. Could we possibly knock Derby County out of the Carabao Cup? Remember, Derby County are League One side, only just relegated last season, I believe, was it? Or maybe it was the season before. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Fauna, Ward, back into Fauna. It wasn't. It was the season before. But Paul Warren's side. That's a heavy touch in the midfield. And I'm hoping Fauna's coming at us again. Washington, we've dropped off a little bit, but Nixon's got it, but giving it away straight away. And that is just wide. Very close for Derby getting back in front. Martin Waghorn now on the pitch. We're going to collect possession there and then go into Nixon. Apparently we're going ultra attacking, so we're going for this in the last 10 minutes. But so far, Doncaster 1, Derby 1. Ironside tries to go out wide. Mendes Lang gets it, passes it to Elder at left wing back. And he comes inside now, so he's crossing the play. Is he? No, in the centre, taking a little touch. We're still sticking towards Connor Washington, I believe it is. We're marking here. Martin Waghorn's on for Derby as well. Mendes Liang in the middle, right into Callum Elder again down this right-hand side of ours. Can we get a tackling? Doesn't look like it. Mendes Lang takes a nice touch and then pings it long. Is he going to get it? He is. Goes into Elder. It's a good block from Nixon. Washington. Alowu and us are both there to block it. He's going to concede a corner when it wasn't exactly necessary to do so. Weary, I think we're marking there, big number 5 here at the back stick. We stay with him. It's into Ward.
Shown inside.
Still Ward. Back heel, goes across to Waghorn. Back into Rooney. Now Ward again, he should save that bottom lane, and he does. Bottom lane definitely looks like the first choice keeper so far this season. Looks like it's going to be a cross into the box, this one. They've got a bit of size to them, have Derby County. It's a good header away by Close. We don't manage to get it completely clear. Bradley recycles to Thompson, now Rooney. It's to Waghorn, and Bottomley makes another good save. We are under the cosh here at the moment. It's another set piece to defend. There's two at the back stick that me and this other lad's watching onto it. It's got to be headed away, and it is headed away well. We can't go bombing after this. Miller knocks it back into Biggins. Bailey will pick that up. Play it into Miller. Can we keep hold of possession? We can do a little bit more than that as Ironside goes into Miller. Goes back to Bailey. Then goes out to Close. Close plays it straight forward to Nixon. Nixon to Bailey. Are we going to manage to sub? That's a lovely touch from Bailey. Bailey down the right hand side, crosses it across. Rooney takes a touch. We're going to get that hopefully, and hopefully just nod this down, which we do. Washington actually backs into us a little bit there. But to be fair, Bailey does rather well. We'll ask for it back here. We're not playing overlapping centre halves. We've got to remember that. Close takes a nice touch. It's back out to Nixon, who crosses it in again. We are trying to get these crosses into the box as Cashin plays it into Washington. Then Washington to Waghorn. Derby will look to come forward here. Washington back into Mendez-Lang, who goes into Forner. We're having to do some defending towards the end of this game here. We've got two Derby County players in the box. Three Derby County players. Aluwu will head that away. We don't pick it up though. And Waghorn steals in, and Derby County take the lead to possibly knock Doncaster out of the cup. I thought we got that clear. We weren't running out, and we possibly lost as man. But Derby County score. We are playing out of position at this moment in time, but Derby County 2, Doncaster 1, and at the moment we are heading out of the Carabao Cup. And we need to try now and channel us in a Chris Basham as we're going to try and make a run down this wing. We're going to try and Sheffield United it as we do go down the right wing. Overlapping centre halves. Miller's in the middle, as is Ironside. It's a terrible ball into the midfield. We tried to channel us in a Chris Basham, and it doesn't quite work as we return now back to his back three position. But yeah, disappointing as we tick down now. Nyambe in the midfield for Derby, pings a nice ball out to the left hand side. We came on, we equalised through Joe Ironside with a lovely header, but Derby just seems to have that little bit of quality. It was a good bit of movement, to be fair, from Waghorn as we get a nice tackle in there. Now we get it back quickly. Play that to Nixon. Nixon's going to come back to us, but unfortunately we are heading out of the Carabao Cup to higher league opposition. Disappointed, but we've got to try and force ourselves into this Doncaster overside and force ourselves into our preferred position, because in these first couple of episodes we are the new kid on the block, of course, but we've got a little bit more work to do before we get in to the into the starting lineup. But a 6.8 match rating. And we completed 12 passes, so that's fair enough. 6.8, 12 passes, and it was we don't get a pass completion rate, but 28 minutes played, so not the worst, but yes, slightly disappointing as we advance. And we won't be advancing through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and unfortunately, playing out of position again, we do lose a bit of favour in the dressing room. We'll just take a quick look at the standings, the league standings, before we head off. And it is MK Dons who are leading the table. 2 wins from 2, along with Harrogate and Mansfield and Walsall. Wimbledon in 5th. Sutton United are in 6th with 1 win and 1 draw. That draw coming against us. Wrexham in 9th. We're in 16th. Unbeaten and winless. We have 2 draws from 2 games. Scored 2 and conceded 2. So there we have it, the end of episode 2. Please do like and subscribe. As I say, Monday, Wednesday and Friday now these episodes are coming out, and next up we will be starting as a sub again at home to Morecambe in League 2. Ta-ra!